Another embarrassment for California's unemployment agency. The NBC4 I-Team has learned felony charges are now filed against a former employee of the Employment Development Department, or EDD, who's accused of embezzling more than $100,000 in benefits. NBC4 I-Team consumer investigator Randy Mack has that story.
I'm just speechless to even find out or know that this was happening.
What's happening is State Assembly member Miguel Santiago just learned of the felony charges filed by the L.A. County District Attorney's Office against former EDD employee Karina Maria Valdez.
It's outrageous.
The I-Team has obtained a copy of the 5 charges Valdez faces: grand theft by embezzlement of public funds, public officer crime, perjury, identity theft, and grand theft. The complaint details how Valdez used her position as a disability insurance program representative with EDD from 2014 through 2019 to allegedly steal over $100,000 intended for sick and injured workers. Law enforcement sources tell the I-Team Valdez used the identities of people with her same last name to file numerous times for disability benefits. It wasn't until someone else named Valdez tried to withdraw funds from their disability account and discovered the money was gone, then reported it to EDD, that the department determined their own employee was behind it and fired her.
The department knew that this was a deficiency and didn't take care of it, and today we're paying the price for it.
The allegations against Valdez predate the pandemic, but offered a glimpse at systemic weaknesses that helped make the widespread fraud in 2020 possible. Sources tell the I-Team that whatever audit system was being used at EDD, it failed to catch Valdez's phony claims. It also appears that lax oversight in the department made it possible for Valdez to file claims using other people's identities and obtain debit cards loaded with disability benefits. Responding in an email to I-Team questions about Valdez, fraud detection, and prevention, EDD says, this detailed and thorough 3-year investigation involved theft from the state disability insurance program, not the 2020 federal pandemic unemployment assistance, where 95% of unemployment fraud has occurred, which is true. However, both involve the use of identity theft and eligibility fraud in creating phony claims.
An alarm should have gone off, not just a light, a full-fledged alarm, emergency pursuit to make sure that this gets stopped once it was identified.
Santiago is part of a group of lawmakers pushing bills to reform EDD. He says this is one more example of known deficiencies around preventing unemployment fraud that EDD should have known about and failed to address prior to the pandemic.
Whether fraud is being done from inside EDD or outside EDD, it is absolutely alarming, and we've got to put a stop to it.
As I've reported, the state auditor's report actually reflects the same, that fraud warnings were ignored by EDD since the 2008-2009 recession. Valdez has retained an attorney who has declined the I-Team's request for comment on the charges. She is scheduled to appear in court in early April. In Chino Hills, Randy Mack, NBC4 News.